Next topic is SOP and POS, and this is conceptually very important topic which will be used till the end of sequential circuits. So this is a very basic topic. Good knowledge is required in all the further topics which we are going to study. May it be K-map, may it be any combinational circuit, may it be any sequential circuit, SOP and POS. However good knowledge you think you have, you should not skip this particular set of videos. So now, representation of Boolean expression. There are two standard ways to represent any Boolean expression. One is SOP, other one is POS. SOP is sum of product and POS is product of sum. Let us start to learn step by step. First of all, we will start with the very basic. What is a product term? So let us have some examples. Product terms can be like this: A, B complement C. Variables in product form is simply a product term. Any variable can be in normal form, any variable can be in complemented form. There is no restriction as such. So further examples can be like this: A complement B C. Then next example may be A C complement. So any variables in product form is simply called as product terms. Some variables may be in normal form, others will be in complemented form. Now this is a product term or examples of product terms. Similarly, let us say what are the example of sum terms. Example of sum terms again can be like this: A plus B complement plus C. A plus B complement plus C. So here the variables are in addition format. That is why we are calling it as sum terms. Here they were in multiplication format, so we were calling product terms. Again, example can be A complement plus B plus C complement. Or another example can be A complement plus B. Now, we are familiar with what is a product term and we are familiar with what is a sum term. Now, sum of product. So it is very simple. We can understand it from the terminology sum of product. These are the product terms. We will sum it, it will become sum of product. So example will be adding all these terms. So A B complement C plus A complement BC plus A C complement. Sum of product terms. So this is SOP. This is your SOP. Sum of this one, SOP. Now, this SOP is not in standard form. This SOP is not in standard form. This SOP is not in standard form. Why this is not in standard form? Because the last term, one variable is missing. If any variable is missing in any of the terms, it will not be called in a standard form. Now we will try to convert it to a standard form. So A B complement C plus A complement BC plus A C complement. So in this AC complement, I want to introduce the missing variable. We now know how to introduce a missing variable. We multiply B plus B complement. So this F would become now A B complement C plus A complement BC plus AB C complement plus A B complement C complement. Now this is in the standard form. If any term is repeating, you can avoid that, but in this case none of the term is repeating, all are unique terms. So now all the terms are containing all the variables, so this is in standard form. So this is standard SOP. Standard is also called as canonical. So this is standard or canonical SOP. This is standard or canonical SOP. Now we will discuss some more details about this standard SOP. Now if you can notice, we are considering a function containing 3 variables. So the possibilities for this product terms is limited. For 3 variables, we can have only 8 product terms possible. For 3 variables, we can have only 8 possible product terms. So since the number of possibilities is limited, we can assign a name or a number to all the product terms, for which I am making a table. So what you have to do, you have to leave some space here. I will be writing 4 to 5 lines at this particular space. So after this one, you can start drawing a table. So the table will be like this. So I will name this as minterm table. I will name this as minterm table. Why I will name this as minterm? Because all the product terms in a standard SOP can be called as minterm. All the product terms in standard SOP is called as minterms. All the product terms in standard SOP are considered to be product terms. Now you see. So all the, I want to say all the product terms in a standard SOP are considered to be minterms or called as minterms. So in a minterm table, we can start like this. So let us have a column, decimal, then binary for that decimal, then product term, or you can say that is nothing but your minterm. And then last column is minterm number or minterm name. Okay, so this decimal, then binary, then product term or you can say minterm, and then the minterm number or the minterm name. So for 3 variables, 8 combinations are possible. So decimal 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 7 combinations, 0 to 7, 8 combinations are possible. What are the binary for this one? 0, 0 and 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. Now there is only one thing to remember in a minterm table or the complete concept of SOP and POS. Only just one point you should remember. 0 corresponds to complemented variable, 0 corresponds to complemented variable, and 1 corresponds to normal variable. 0 corresponds to complemented variable and 1 corresponds to normal variable. This is the only point which you have to remember in case of a SOP or you can say minterm. For SOP or you can say minterm, this is the only point you have to remember. All other points will automatically be very simple for you. Just this point you should never miss. Okay. Now how to use this one? See, product term means variables will be in product form, and if all the bits are 0, all the variables is in complemented format. So this would be A complement, B complement, C complement. This would be A complement, B complement, C complement. See, the last bit is 1. So last variable will be in normal form. 1 means normal form. So this would become A complement, B complement, C. A complement, B, C complement. A complement, B, C. A, B complement, C complement. A, B complement, C. A, B, C complement. 0 will correspond to complemented variable, 1 will correspond to normal variable. All the bits are 1, so A, B and C. You can see these are the only 8 possible combinations for the 3 variables which we are trying to represent in a systematic manner. Now, every min term or every product term will have a name which will correspond to the decimal representation. So this will be min term 0, this is your min term 1, min term 2, small m I am using for min term, small m. Further we are going to discuss max term which will be using capital M. So this is min term 3, min term 4, min term 5, min term 6 and min term 7. Min term 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and min term 7. So 0 will correspond to complemented variable, 1 will correspond to normal variable. Okay. So using this table we will write the further steps. So I have told you I will be using this space for 4 to 5 lines. So in that space only you can start writing. Now if you will notice, every min term, see again min term means all the product terms in standard SOP are called as min terms. Now every min term has a name. Every min term has a number or a name. So if I go and see the table A, B complement C, if you will see in the table A, B complement C, this is your min term number 5. This is your min term number 5. Then A complement BC, if you will see in the table, this is min term number 3. A, B, C complement, if you will see, this is your min term number 6. A, B complement, C complement, if you will see, this is A, B complement, C complement. This is your min term number 4. So this is also a standard representation of a SOP. This is already a standard SOP. This is alternative way to represent a standard SOP. Now, another way to represent is, see, this is in the summation format, so I can use summation symbol. Summation symbol, what numbers of min terms are present? 5, 3, 6, 4. 5, 3, 6 and 4. Just one basic change you have to always maintain, that all the numbers you have to write in increasing order. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Just write in increasing order. 3, 4, 5, 6. Just you have to maintain this thing, writing in increasing order 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now these are the standard way of representing a standard SOP. This is the first possible format, this is the second possible format, and this is the third possible format. These are the 3 possibilities to represent any function in standard SOP form. And what is a min term? All the product terms in standard SOP are called as min terms. Now if you will see, how do I get this function? I get this function from the table. But in exam or during solving any of the question, obviously we will not get this table, neither we have the time to make this table. So we should have a shortcut kind of thing, you can say, to get the numbers 3, 4, 5 and 6. We should have a kind of shortcut to get the numbers 3, 4, 5 and 6. So what we can do, just from this particular step I can jump to, please see, I can jump to this step, summation m. See, B is complement. Only thing I am telling you, only thing you have to remember is complement means 0. Complement means 0. Just remember this thing, everything is automatic then. Complement means 0. So this would be 101. Now this would become, see, complement is first bit is complement 011, see 110 and last one is 100. So this would become 5, 3, 6 and 4. You just have to maintain the numbers in increasing order. You just have to maintain the number in increasing order. So this would become 3, 4, 5 and 6. So just you have to remember only one point. This variable is complemented, so this bit will be 0. Whatever variables are complemented, the corresponding bit will be 0. Whatever variables are complemented, corresponding bit will be 0. Two variables are in complement, so 2 bits will be in 0 format. Just one very important precaution. One very important precaution. Please see, before converting it to bits, you just have to make sure the sequence is A, B and C. In all the product terms, the sequence of writing the variables must be A, B and C. Sequence of writing the variables must be A, B and C. If you are not writing in the sequence A, B and C, then the numbers you are getting will not be correct. So this is a precaution you always have to take care before converting the expression into bits. Make sure the sequence is A, B and C in all the product terms. So the precaution which I was talking about, I am just detailing you this precaution because that is very crucial. So let's say I have written the same function that we are considering. So in this, what we have to do, as discussed, sequence is ABC. So this would be 101, 011, 110 and 100, like this one. So this is summation M 5, 3, 6 and 4. Just one basic point I want to consider here, that how do I get 5, how do I get 3, how do I get 6 and how do I get 4 is a very simple thing, but still let us discuss. The weightage of each bit is 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1 and 2 to the power 2. It means weightage is 1, 2 and 4. Again the weightage is 1, 2 and 4. Again the weightage is 1, 2 and 4. Again the weightage is 1, 2 and 4. So that is why this becomes 4 plus 1 is 5, 2 plus 1 is 3, 4 plus 2 is 6 and 4 is 4. So what it is given here, it is actually A, B and C. I am saying to write in the sequence of A, B and C. It means I am assigning weight 1 to C, 2 to B and 4 weight to A. So what precaution I was telling you, if I am not taking in the sequence of A, B and C, Let us say I am taking in the sequence of B, C and A. If I am taking in the sequence of B, C and A, so this term, how do I write? B complement C, A. This term, how do I write? B, C, A complement. This term, how do I write? B, C complement A. And B complement C complement A. If this is not in the form of ABC and let's say this is in the form of BCA, then let us see what numbers we are getting. Let us see what numbers we are getting. 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1 and 0, 0, 1. So the numbers are 2 plus 1 is 3, 4 plus 2 is 6, 4 plus 1 is 5 and this is 1. So this will be written as summation M 1, 3, 5, 6. And this discussion is incorrect. These min terms number are incorrect. Because before converting, I have not written in the format of A, B and C. Always we should maintain the sequence A, B and C so that the numbers which we get is correct. Here I have done a mistake and I have got the wrong min term numbers. What min terms number I should have got? I should have got 3, 4, 5, 6. But I got 1, 3, 5, 6 which is the incorrect numbers. So that was the precaution I was asking you to take. So on the basis of this, because why I have discussed in detail, on this basis, I will declare this A as my most significant bit, it is written as MSB, and C as least significant bit, that is LSB. It is very clear I have given minimum weightage to C and maximum weightage to A. So to the variable whom I am giving the maximum weightage is most significant bit, and to the variable I have given the least weightage is least significant bit. So this discussion is very important. So before converting to bits, you always make sure the sequence is A, B and C, and what it signifies, sequence A, B, C signifies that A is your most significant bit and C is your least significant bit. So this is very important concept of MSB and LSB. Now next motive is to actually understand what actually min terms number represent. To make you understand that, I have drawn a table, I have written a table. So I have not completed it, but just let me tell you what columns are there. I want you to complete the table and then we together will discuss the conclusion. So A, B and C, 8 combinations are there. So I will be needing A complement, B complement, C complement. So then all these three terms I have written in each column, and then plus and plus. So A, B complement C plus A complement B C plus A, C complement. So I want you to complete the table and then together we will discuss the conclusion. So this is the result when you will complete the table. Now the result is very interesting for us. See, this is my output column F, and this is the combination of ABC in decimal. So this is 0 to 7. This function we got summation M 3, 4, 5 and 6. And coincidentally, yeah, actually significantly I should say, what is the significance of this 3, 4, 5, 6? At the combination 3, 4, 5, 6, value of the function is logic high. Value of the function is logic high at these combinations. So minterms are the combinations at which output function is logic high. This is the actual significance what minterms is. At the combination minterms number, at the combinations of minterms number, output function value is logic 1. Now every time we don't have time to draw this complete table. Now coming to the conclusion part. The function was a b complement c plus a complement bc plus a c complement. Now if you will see the combination a b complement c. So a b complement c is this combination. A b complement c is this combination. A b complement c is this combination. Similarly, a complement bc, this is the combination a complement bc. And now this AC complement, how we converted into a standard SOP? Multiplying b plus b complement. So this becomes ABC complement plus AB complement C complement. AB complement C complement. So it means the terms ABC complement will correspond to ABC complement will correspond to this term, this combination I want to say, and AB complement C complement, AB complement C complement, this combination. So the function is this expression. It means at these combination, output value will be 1, other times output value will be 0. All these things we are discussing the significance of minterm number. What is the significance of the minterm number? Now again, if I already know this is the combination 3, 4, 5, 6, so I can go this way, combination 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again you can see if the function is having minterms number 3, 4, 5, 6, if the function is having minterms number 3, 4, 5, 6, it means at the combination 3, 4, 5, 6, output function will be at logic high. Output function will be at logic high when output function will be at logic high at the combinations 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the significance of minterms. So which is very beneficial for us to know. We will try to make use of these concepts in the coming discussions. Now, if minterms is the combinations at which output is logic high, if minterms is the combination at which output is logic high, next we are going to discuss max terms. So max terms will be the combinations at which output function is logic low. Max terms will be the combinations at which output function will be at logic low. This we will see in the coming discussion. So as we discussed sum of product, now we will discuss product of sum.